Hey everyone, I hope everyone is well and hope you are looking forward as well as me for a new video as more and more flights are taking off and landing after last week's video on how to spot differences between different airplane models of Boeing. Today we're going to look at the other big global player in the airline industry, which is Airbus. So some differences in spotting models of airplanes from Airbus. And I try to concentrate on those who are most in the air nowadays. So without further ado, let's start. The first family is the A320 family, narrow bodies. And we're going to start with the differences between the 319 and 320. And here you see the A319 here of Aeroflot, and a plane that, as you I guess can see already, even in this scaled down model, is a very small airplane used only for very short haul flights normally. And we are going to compare it with the Air 320 of Alaska Airlines, which is a American carrier, as the name says, having especially routes in the west of the US, but has also some routes across the US too. So what is the difference? You can see, or probably maybe you could see before in the two pictures, that Alaska Airlines A320 has two emergency doors over the wings, and the A319 only one over the wing. Then the second comparison between the A320 and A320neo. So the A320, we are going to take again Alaska Airlines for that, and the A320neo this time is the Royal Brunei Airlines. Brunei, small country on the island of Borneo, but with a very small but respectable airline. So a bit of an exotic one here. Here, the main difference is, I guess you could have seen it already, in the wings. So as you remember on the Boeing one, there were also similar differences. Almost flat wings on the Alaska Airlines and steep sharklets, they're called in Airbus, not winglets such as in Boeing with the 320neo. Next comparison is going to be the A320 and A321. So different narrow bodies, the A320 again from Alaska Airlines, and the A321 this time from Aegean. Aegean, one of the best airlines in Europe, I would say, from my experience, and the best, voted several times the best regional airline in Europe, here with its model of the A321. So the difference between the 320 and the 321 is basically that there are two emergency doors over the wing on the A320 and no doors at all over the wing on the A321. And in a little bit, I'm going to show you exactly how it looks like. So here again, the two emergency doors over the wing of Alaska Airlines A320. And then you can see over at the Aegean Airlines A321, there's no door at all over the wing. Heading up to the next comparison, we will then compare again the A321 and A321neo. Neo stands, by the way, for new engine option. And the Aegean one here, the A321 regular, and the A321neo is the Air New Zealand A321neo in its all black livery, a livery that I really would love to see live. Haven't seen it, I think, ever, but lots of pictures and videos. So yeah, would look forward to that. So the main difference, as in the A320 family already, are the winglets and winglets would be on Boeing and sharklets on Airbus. Then let's go to the Airbus wide bodies. So the wide bodies, we're going to start with first the difference between the narrow and wide bodies. So between the A320, which again, I'm taking the Alaska Airlines example, and then for the A330, this time an A330-300 from EVA Air or EVA, as you prefer. one of the two major Taiwanese airlines flying around, and EVA is very widely regarded as one of the better airlines in Asia. So one of the main difference, or the main difference actually, is the rows of wheels. So the A320 and also the whole A320 family has only one row of wheels, and the A330 two rows of wheels. Now let's look at the difference between different A330 models. A330-300, as mentioned before, from EVA. I'm going to take that one as well. And for the A330-900 Neo, so the latest model of the A330 series, here from Garuda Indonesia, also an Asian airline, Indonesian flag carrier, and again, one of the many very highly respectable and applauded airlines in Asia. Now, the differences are more than just one. The first difference is that you have regular looking cockpit windows on the A330-300 and some type of black edges around the cockpit windows of the 330-900. And then on the sharklets you see on the 300 model a quite sharp angled sharklet on the wing and more rounded on the 900 model. So here again, as a recapitulation, so normal cockpit windows, black edges around cockpit windows, the first difference, and then the sharklets. Then the other one is then the Formula 330 and 340. Let's look at that difference. So 330, 300, again, as a measurement from the A330 airline models. And then for the A340, I'm taking an Airbus model of Lufthansa. And here you see a second picture of the Lufthansa model where you can probably already imagine what is the main difference between the 330s and the 340s. Actually, the 340s are the only single deck, so 747 and 380 are two decks, single deck planes of Airbus with 4 engines. Now let's look at the differences between the two different models of the A340. The A340-200 again from Lufthansa, similar to A340-300, and then the A340-600 in this case, similar to the 500s as well. You go in pairs, this time from Virgin Airlines, one of the two major carriers in the UK behind or besides British Airways. So here the main difference is that on the 200 or 300 models, seeing above, there are 4 doors, 4 passenger doors, and 5 doors on the 600 or in this case, or also 500 models. And I'm going to show it to you in a bit more detail. So the 600 model here, you see the first door right at the beginning, then a second door around about where the end of Virgin is, then a third door over the wing of the Eye of Atlantic. The fourth door you will see around the Y of U, and then the last door just underneath the wing, the end of the plane. Then the next comparison is between the A340 and the newest model of Airbus, the A350. So the A340 again, the Virgin Airlines, and then the A350, in this case the A350-900 of Malaysia Airlines. Again, in this video, heavily reliant on Asian carriers, but was not because of any specific idea. So the differences between those two, so A340-600 on the top and A350-900 on the bottom. The A340-600 has 5 windows, and the A350-900, though being the newer plane, has 1 window less, 4 windows, so none on over the wing. And also there's again the difference of the cockpit windows. You remember between the 330 and 330-900, the same here with the different types. So here again, the overview, 5 windows against 4 windows from the 340 and 350, and then the black edges on around the windows on the 350-900. And finally, let's look at the differences between the two newest models of the 350. 350-900, again using Malaysia Airlines, and then the A350-1000, which is the latest model of the A350 family, the second and actually latest model, and as far as I know, the newest actually model of any airline carrier which is in use already and delivered. So the main difference here is a pretty easy one. 2 rows of wheels on the 350-900 and 3 rows of wheels on the 350-1000 of Etihad Airways. So with that being said, that's already everything. I hope you enjoyed the video. I hope you like it, and if you do, then please feel free. It would make my day if you hit like and subscribe. And if you do subscribe, as an added bonus, also you can do a hit the button which will notify you, the little bell. So hope to see you next video. Actually, I'm going to have my first flights for almost 3 months since mid-March for work this upcoming week. So stay tuned. I'm going to try my best to document it as well as possible. And not sure yet if it's gonna be ready for next week's video, but yeah, keep an eye out, and I'm going to try to let you know how it went and how the first post-COVID flight experience has gone. So with that being said, hope again you enjoyed it, and yeah, if you'd like to catch up on my other videos, I'm leaving you here some options and some ideas where to click. And so yeah, hope to see you next time, and have a safe time. Ciao ciao.